Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning from WSFM.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Caitlin.
Did you know we are in the middle of National Student Leadership Week? This week is a time to recognize and celebrate the positive impact that student leaders have on our school communities. Here at MHS, we know that leadership isn't just about holding a title. It's about taking initiative, inspiring others, and working together to make our school a better place. Whether you're leading a club, organizing events, helping classmates, or setting a strong example, your contributions matter. This week, we honor the students who step up, speak out, and show us what it means to lead with purpose and heart.
Attention seniors, Mayatux will be here on Tuesday, April 29th to fit tuxedos for prom during all lunch periods. Please see Zenith Penny or Jonathan Watson for discount coupons.
Attention National Honor Society students. We will be doing our service day tomorrow, Friday, April 25th, so make sure you have tennis shoes. Please meet no later than 12:20 at the main office and make sure you have eaten lunch prior to leaving. Please see Mrs. Fosnot or Senora Miller for questions.
The Art Club will have a meeting tomorrow right after school. All Art Club members should plan to attend.
There will be a WSFM club meeting next Monday, April 28th at 7:10 a.m. in the Mill. All WSFM MAC members, club members, and if you are interested in joining WSFM and reading on the morning announcements, please be sure to come to this meeting. If you have any questions, please see Caleb Lambert or Mr. Elder.
Attention BBQ Club members. Our next grilling meeting is this coming Monday, April 28th, immediately after school. You must sign up by the end of the day, Friday. This will be our stuffed burger meeting. If you have any questions, see Mr. Elder in room 118. Barbecue Club, get your license to grill.
Attention any girl or boy interested in high school golf for the 2025 season. Coach Zavani will be at the high school tomorrow, Friday the 25th, during your lunch period. Please stop in and pick up the paperwork needed for a pass this summer and sign up. And next up will be Patrick with the sports.
Good morning, Panther fans. Congratulations to the girls softball team on their big win last night, especially to Rachel Baker for her 700th career strikeout. Way to go, girls. Today, your varsity boys tennis team is on the road to take on the Theodore Roosevelt High School, with matches starting at 4:30. You can check the MHS Panther Sports Twitter account at Akron MHS Sports to get information on time changes, scores, play highlights, and more. Go Panthers! And now back over to Noah and Caitlin.
Thanks, Patrick. Happy birthday today to Nina Evans.
Today's lunch is grilled cheese sandwich, tater tots, choice of fruit, and fresh baked cookie. And tomorrow's breakfast will be Fruit Loop waffles, choice of fruit, juice, and milk.
Thank you from WSFM. Signing off.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Caitlin.
Have a great day.